to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Thanks a lot for clicking on my video today. If you really like my videos, the information, the advice, the tips, the humor, then please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Okay? So, today I wanted to do a quick, or not so quick, whatever, video about the Bella Canvas shirts. I'm just doing some test prints, and I had to remake the screen, as many of you know, because I reclaimed it, because I was just stupid, and I reclaimed it. I should have kept it. It was a great screen, had awesome detail, and in recreating it again, I had trouble, getting the detail again. So I had tested it on a 200 mesh, and now I have a 160. So today, we're just testing and comparing the two prints, one from a 200 mesh and the other one is a 160 mesh. Evidently, I need some palette tape, so let me try to get that done. With fresh palette tape on the palette, I have to put my lines back on the palette tape so that I can line up the screen to the palette so that it is square and not crooked. Okay, so because I'm going to print a lower volume of ink, I don't necessarily need a whole lot of off contact, but we'll take a look at that after I get some ink on here. It's all leveled out. Now I'm centering it and getting it parallel as much as I can and lock it in. Since we're not flashing or anything, we'll put on a little bit of this Renaltech Eco Mist, RBA2 mist. It's good for, once it gets over 100 degrees, it might get gooey. So I use this one when I'm doing stuff like this. All right, so we'll put a little on there. This is not the shirt we're actually printing. I'm just gonna print out the screen and see how it's printing. Looks like I cleaned the computer screen or something with that side, so let's try this side. All right, there's some lint on there, but let's just see how that screen is really, are we wasting our time here? You tell me. Guess and see what I'm gonna say. Can you tell what I'm gonna say? Am I wasting my time? Catspit never wastes his time, right? Whoops, I can't see. Okay, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to take a closer look. The test print on this rag actually doesn't look that bad. The detail is good, nice detail. I love that part, of course. And the coverage is actually not bad. This gray ink is not that thick. And I have a 70 durometer squeegee on there. And with a little finesse, it's really not bad. And it should prove to make a very thin, lightweight print. So now I have to test it on one of the actual shirts. Please don't forget that I sell screen printing equipment and supplies at catspit.screenprintsupply.com, and I have a storefront in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you need screen printing equipment or supplies, check out my offerings, And remember, I offer free shipping on many major screen printing equipment purchases, and I offer a lifetime guarantee on many of the Ranar screen printing presses. So check out my offerings at catspitscreenprintsupply.com. Come into the storefront in Phoenix or give me a call. Alright, so here it is, the Bella Canvas Black Heather Tri-Blend 3413, model 3413. Black Heather Tri-Blend. So let's see how this is going to work with this ink, this mesh, this setup, and I just realized I probably didn't check the print height, of course. Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's see what that looks like. It's a small, so actually that I could probably get away with that. Alright, so let me take a close look at it and see how I like it, and then I got to cure these and see about the cure as well, because it is a tri-blend, so we don't want to overheat it. Alright, so I adjusted my off contact. I have a medium-sized shirt on here. I'm using a softer squeegee just for a little test comparison. Alright, so I'm looking at the test prints that we just did, and they actually look pretty good. And there's a little difference between the two. I think one has a little bit more ink, you know, and maybe slightly more detail on the second print. I got, you know, a little into the hang of printing the screen and stuff like that. And the shirt is pretty lightweight, so it heated up really quickly in the dryer. So we'll have to look at that when we print them. That could be very critical that we don't, you know, overheat them. All right, so now that we did the 200 mesh, let's just see. This should just print easier, you know what I'm saying? Should be able to get the same result, just a little bit easier. And that's the idea. So I think that looks pretty good. Let's take a close-up look at this one and compare. Here's the test print with the 160 screen. And I got some good detail, but I think the 200 honestly has a lot more detail, even compared to the very first shirt that I printed of this design, which I think actually has some similar detail to this. So, you know, I think I might try to run the 200. There it is, a little closer, 160 mesh, and I think you can see, you know, in the eye sockets and stuff like that, that's where we lost a little bit. Okay, so here they are side by side. The 200 mesh screen is on the left, and the 160 mesh screen is on the right. So you can see in the eye sockets some of the shadows and stuff like that. You know, the 160 mesh does make some of the dots, it seems, you know, at the lower base of the skull, underneath the skull, they seem a little bit brighter, but I think you can see they're not as fine and plentiful, so to speak. So yeah, it does look like the 200 definitely did a better job. And this gray ink, it's gray, hopefully you'll be able to see that in the camera, is pretty easy to print. It's not that bad, so it shouldn't be, you know, too bad. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I wasn't making myself work too hard. And, you know, the 160 mesh screen print you see on the right is comparable to the first time that I printed this. So, decisions. It's time for me to follow that sunlight trail and get ready to go home. Thanks again to Bella Canvas for the freebie shirts, and we'll be getting those printed and ready to ship. I have a waiting list. Some of you are on it. You probably know who you are, and we'll get these printed real soon here and start giving them away. I'll do a video of that, of course, you know, for freebie shirts, all right? So stay tuned for that, and of course, if you need screen printing equipment or supplies, check out catspitscreenprintsupply.com. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.